Hi friends, Evolving Guys here. Welcome back to the channel. This is a Wildcard Wednesday video, and these videos are just kind of random ones, whatever is sort of on my mind or what I think might be of interest to you all. And today is a little different. I have not done a video like this before. Today I'm going to review some flea market finds. So I don't know how many of you are flea market or yard sale Pokemon card hunters. I don't do that so often. There's only so much time in the day or in the week. I think it would be fun to spend a Saturday going around. I feel like generally my sense is that a lot of people know that Pokemon cards are valuable, and so they either definitely overprice what they have, or sometimes they accurately price them if they take the time. What I kind of like is like when you buy a lot, buy a box or a whole bunch of loose cards, and that's kind of what happened here. So I wasn't actually looking for Pokemon cards. I was stopping by a place where I sell cards. There's a place, we have what are called vendor malls here where I live. So these are kind of these large big box kind of storefronts where you can rent a space and sell things. And so I sell Pokemon cards there. And the vendor mall where I happen to vend, in the summertime, they will do flea markets in the parking lot. So it's kind of cool. And so I always I forgot that that was actually happening. And so I showed up this weekend just to check out my space and realized that the flea market was happening. And so I always like to do a quick loop to see if anyone's selling cards. A lot of times there are not people selling cards, or definitely no one that's focusing on cards. But this time there actually was a vendor who actually I think has a physical storefront that I didn't know existed. So I'm going to check out his shop sometime soon. But he was vending, and so he had these just boxes. You can see here there's a Celebrations 25th Anniversary tin. So he had these kind of tins full of cards, or he had ETB boxes like this. This one doesn't have the lid on it, and they were really random. I mean, he, I think, does sports cards as his primary thing, and so sometimes that can work in your advantage, right? If he's just trying to unload like bulk lots of cards. So he had these. I'll tell you at the end what I paid after we go through it, so you can tell me if you think I got a good deal. But he was just selling, these kind of tins or ETB boxes full of cards. Some of them had a lot of bulk cards, and he did let you look through them. They weren't sealed or mystery. And so I did have some sense. And a couple of them were just like, it was just a full box of bulk. But some of them had more than bulk in them, and I didn't go through card by card. I wanted to try to be quick while I was standing there. But I went through I actually went through all of what he had just to get a sense of like, were any of these worth trying to pick up. So we're going to go through these kind of quickly on the channel, and then again, I'll tell you at the end what I paid for them, and you can tell me what you think, but it's kind of fun just to look through these. So again, first we have this 25th anniversary. There was a tag for a piece of clothing. I did a tiny bit of reorganizing in here, and one thing that was in here is this huge stack of code cards. Again, code cards, if you play the online TCG, they can be helpful. I just redeem these through Sell Poke Codes. It's an app. Unfortunately, you only get a penny or two for each code. The good news is that there are a couple older codes. There's a Steam Siege code and a Breakpoint code. I've already redeemed these codes, so they're not going to be worth anything for you guys watching. There were quite a few Celebrations codes, and those actually get 5 cents per code. And so altogether, this stack of codes got me $3, which is not like a huge return, but at least I can get something for them and then move them along. So this box kind of caught my attention because it did have some older cards. You can see there's some older, you can see the, look at the condition really varies. Some Unified Minds sleeves. So there's a Fossil Hollow, which I kind of caught my attention. I haven't priced anything that's in here, but I'll set that aside. So I got a Fossil Hollow. Again, the condition, not great, like a ton of whitening, but, and then again, just a lot of kind of older bulk. Obviously some, the condition of these cards is pretty terrible. And then the other card that kind of caught my attention was this. Here's a hollow base set Hitmonchan. Again, condition is not great, so I don't know what this would go for. But just the fact that he had base set hollow, when you're at a yard sale and you're just looking through and you expect to find mostly this kind of bulk, and you're like, hey, this is a base set hollow. So I'll have to price that out. Again, I don't think it's probably worth too much, but just that, when you see a base set hollow, it kind of gets you excited about what else might be in here. So those are I'll be honest, when I was looking through this stuff, those were the two cards that kind of caught my attention. Again, there's some older. Here's a Fossil And it's such a random, like here's go from fossil to battle styles. But you can see, I'll go through, this is a lot of, there's a few reverse, there's a reverse. I mean, some of the reverses, like again, they don't have a lot of monetary value, but if you have a lot of them, I like to repackage them in some of the packs that I sell. There's another, let's see, oh, there's a Beedrill base set, rare. Here, I don't want to go too fast. Here, I'll set these aside, get my hands back. All right, so Beedrill base set, rare, that's not bad. Oh, there's a Golbat. I guess that's not a holo. Here's a holo. What is that? Oh, that's just Darkness Ablaze. So you can see there's some, here's some reverses. Oh, that's kind of cool. Although, actually, is that a fake card? It almost feels like, yeah, that's a fake card. It's got the sticker on it. All right. So that's the other thing you, of course, have to look out for. There's another fossil. I think most of these are legit cards, but you can definitely, especially for the shinies, the holos, you have to be careful. Shelter. Snorlax, that's kind of cool. If you collect, like, I mean, I don't really collect too many Pokemon characters. Although I used to collect, a little bit more I did, like at Snorlax, I'd try to grab Snorlax cards just to, again, not necessarily because they're valuable. And Lickitung is another character I kind of like. So in here there might be some, you know, if you collect any particular Pokemon or any particular artwork. There's a Corviknight, there's Darkness Ablaze. So you can see here, there's, you know, some holos, some more reverse holos, a lot of bulk, some older cards. Again, for a lot of these cards, that's pretty bad shape. A lot of these older cards, there's some old energies. You know, if they're not in too bad a shape, I can repackage them in some of the packs that I sell. Not too many trainers or energy in here. The trainers, you know, can have, look at that one, can have some value. So yeah, these are a lot of just, except for the handful of reverses, not a whole lot else. All right, so that's the first box. Again, we got the stack of trainers, we got a whole bunch of bulk. I think the three kind of cards that stand out are the, you know, to some degree, the Beedrill base set, the base set holo Hitmonchan, and the Muck fossil. Again, not in great shape card-wise, but anyway. So that's box number one, or tin number one. So I'll set that aside. I think the second box is the one that's more interesting and has potential to really kind of have more value. So this is the only card in here. This is the Lance's Charge Out Celebration, you know, promo card. That was the only thing that was in a top loader. And then you can see here, now we're getting into, now some of these I'd have to pull out and see if it's actually like a real card. Some of these I think can be, I'm not convinced this is a real card. I think this is a fake card. So that's going to be the trick, right? I think this is a fake too. I won't take all of these out of sleeves. Yeah, that is a fake card. So that's going to be the trick with some of these. Yeah, that is a fake card. So that'll be disappointing if this is a lot of fake stuff. This one might be real. I think some of these are hard to tell, actually. So you can see here, yeah, so these older EXs, we'll just have to, I'll have to do a little more like checking to see. They're not in great shape either. But here we go. We do have some, you know, if these are in fact, I mean, I'm assuming these more modern cards. But you can see we got some, yeah, some ultra rares from the Sword and Shield era. Here's some holos. So you can see that's not a, you know, I don't know. Again, a lot of them aren't probably like super high value. But just the fact that there's some ultra rares in here, there's going to be, I've already been through this a little bit. You can see there's a lot of celebrations. That's kind of cool if that's some of these. Got some. So like seeing the shiny is nice. Oh, look at that. Now if that is real, now this card alone is, I don't know, it's come down a lot since it's the peak of celebrations, but this card, it looks in pretty good shape too. So this is, I think, a $20 or $30 card. Maybe it's more than that now, but, or more than that, but it's in that range. So you get a lot of celebrations. The Pikachu V Unions, those are kind of cool with Tomokazu Kamiya, the artist. More of these cards. Again, I'm going to have to check these to see if they're legit. But again, we've got a lot of celebrations. Some other, like, you know, there's a full art from Darkness Ablaze. More V Union. Yeah, my big suspicion with these is I don't know if these older cards are real. I'll have to double check more closely. Now we get some energies that are all sleeved up. Some trainers. Oh, there's the professor's research room. So you can see a lot of celebration stuff in here. Again, these, I just, I don't know. Yeah, that's not real. That's too bad. So it seems like all these older cards, I was kind of hoping, looking through it quickly, I didn't take them all out of sleeves. Yeah, that's not real. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that's a bummer. If those are not real, if all these like older EX cards are not real, then that's going to really kind of maybe hurt the value of this box. You got, again, just, that's cool if it's real. Sometimes it is hard to tell. I mean, there are tricks. Yeah, you can see a lot of celebrations. That's an older Pikachu. More V Union. So you can see, yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you at the end what I paid for all this. This is Cracked Ice Hollow Eevee. So this box, again, much better in the sense there's a lot of ultra rares, there's a lot of hollows, there's some more modern cards, which, you know, I think I'm a little more confident in asserting that they're real cards. Again, a lot of celebrations in here. Yeah, not so much there. This, yeah, the Greninja is still sealed. The Celebrations promo. Oh, here's some more. Again, I just am not... Experience would say not good. Now this card is cool. Just a Mew Black Star promo. Again, I'll have to see. Here, why don't we we'll take this one out. I mean, this is in really good shape, or, you know, pretty good shape. Obviously, some whitening. I wouldn't expect anything, but that's a cool card. I feel like it seems real to me, so we'll have to see. I have no idea what the price on that is. Got some more hollows, some trainers. All right, we're getting down there. We've got a little bit left. Yeah, now we're getting, this is less exciting. A lot of trainers, some energies sleeved up. Some older cards, but nothing too exciting. All right, we're into the reverses. Again, the reverses aren't, you know, not a lot of monetary value, but I have ways I can repurpose these for some of the packs that I build and sell. I like to have some reverses in there, so I can just add these to kind of my reverse bulk, so I can at least get some value out of them. All right, and last handful of cards. Oh, this is cool. This is a Tomokazu Kamiya. He's the artist. I know Real Breaking Nate really likes his work, and so he's sort of, I think Nate kind of got me onto Tomokazu, and so I do have I'm working on a master set of Tomokazu cards. I'm not working super actively on it, so, but I don't know if I have that one, but so that's one thing, looking through these to see if there's anything that I have that, there's evolutions. There's another Tomokazu reverse. I don't know if I have the reverse. I try to get the reverse of every Tomokazu card. Yeah, the evolutions ones, they have that particular sheen that I think that's actually could be real. Some more reverses, some Sun and Moon reverses. You know, Zapdos, some Broken Bonds. There's a Jungle Pikachu. Oh, a few more celebrations, a few more reverses. All right, so that is the haul. So I'm curious what you guys think. Did you think anything catch your eye? I'd love your thoughts in the comments. Obviously, the disappointment of this particular is all these cards that at first blush seem like cool, but I feel like they're all fake. Again, as far as hitters, you know, we got this Mew promo. I don't know the monetary value, but that's kind of a cool card. And then we've got quite a bit of celebration stuff, including the Mew Gold. I think that's a real card, and that that might help me a lot when it comes to reclaiming some of the value. Where is that card? Yeah, here it is. So the Mew, and there's quite a few other celebrations cards. Again, celebrations, there so much of it was open that the prices on most of the cards have really gone down and then stabilized. But I think this Mew card alone will help. But anyway, so I paid. Well, I paid. He wanted $50 for the. I mean, I paid $50. He added taxes and fees because I had to use my card. I didn't have cash with me, so I ended up paying about $60 for all of this stuff. It felt like a small investment as far as just kind of sometimes the fun of going through things after the fact. And again, I looked through it enough to feel like it was worth taking a chance. I think probably I got my money's worth. It's not quite as exciting as maybe I initially thought when I went through it on site at the moment. Again, in part because a lot of these cards are not real. If any of them were real, and maybe so I'll go through it more closely, but assuming they're all fake, then that really cuts into the value. And if I didn't have the gold Mew, I think that would really hurt the value of this box. But I don't know. It's probably a break-even situation. But, you know, there's some fun cost about just getting to go through these with my son and by myself, just to kind of the fun of seeing what you might find. And so I'll spend more time processing these. Maybe I'll do a follow-up post just to say what I think the value of it was. But I ended up paying $60. So tell me if you think that's a good deal. And let me know if you do any card hunting at flea markets or thrift stores or places like that. So anyway, thanks for watching today's Wildcard Wednesday video, a little bit different with our flea market find, and we will catch you in the next video soon.